I'm not very happy right now. You know what? No, scratch that. I'm fucking angry. You know what? Fuck that shit. Scratch that too. I am fucking livid, bro. Watching the Niners is like trying to watch a fucking dog you've loved for 17 years die slowly. Watching the game that I just watched was pathetic, bro. I just want to paint you a picture real quick and tell you why I'm so mad, because what just happened right now and what I just witnessed has got to be one of the most infuriating games I have ever watched besides the Super Bowl that we just lost last year. Now, I just want you to imagine you're with your dad, right? The dude that's taught you to like this team since you were 1 year old. The guy that fucking had you wearing Niners jerseys at fucking 2. The guy that did all this shit telling you at the end of the game that he might have to stop watching because of how pathetic this fucking game was. Now, I just want to tell you this part. Everything was looking good. It was halftime. We were up by 10. We were playing a little sloppy, but nothing too concerning. And then out of fucking nowhere, the Cardinals defense turned into a Legion of Boom and started dicking down the Niners for 45 minutes. I am actually pissed off, bro. There's nothing that I can say except wow. Like, this game was fucking terrible. Whoa, now. I bet that's probably the fucking worst you've seen me mad. That's probably the worst any of my friends have seen me mad if they watch this video. I don't get that mad usually. I had to take a quick break, about an hour or two, and calm down. Niners games get me mad. That's like the only thing that can get me mad. You know, sticks and stones may break my bones, but Niners games hurt more. I'm a little more calmed down, so why not get a little frustrated again? I'm not gonna get that mad, but I will get a little heated about this because it's a very easy topic to get me mad about, especially when there's so much talent and there has been talent on this team for years and we just can never get the job done. So yeah, here we go. And if you're a Niners fan, I hope your day is so much worse now that I've mentioned this, because I can't suffer alone. So on that note, I'll hop right in and start talking about the Super Bowl loss. There's a lot of stuff that we can talk about, like Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk being absolute nobodies, actual McDonald cashiers for the entire game. We could talk about Christian McCaffrey fumbling the ball. We could talk about the O-lineman forgetting how to block. There's a whole lot of stuff that we could talk about, but I'd like to talk about one of the good things first. Jauan Jennings' Super Bowl performance was insane. Like, better than anyone ever thought that he would possibly do. Were you expecting more? No, that's not something we did that game. We were ass almost the entire way through. I guess there's one thing that we could talk about, and it's Jake Moody beating the kicking record, but it didn't end up mattering because the fucking asshole missed a kick like 3 seconds later, and then fucking Bucker took it right from under his nose, like, to put it into overtime. Final score was 25-22, and a moment that will forever haunt me was when Fred Warner decided that he wanted to receive the kick instead of kick it off in the new playoff rules, which is a really dumb idea, especially on a Chiefs team that was finally starting to like pop off and shit. It was just not a smart choice on his call. I guess I can't only blame it on him because the O-line and the stretch that we did have was horrendous. Brock Purdy was constantly out of the pocket and throwing out of bounds. And the part that really just frustrates me is because it was an easy game to win. We could have won that easily if we just played how we were playing the entire year. We didn't show up, and that's really all I have to say about that. And now I get to move on to another game that haunts me at night, and it's the Eagles game. This game was another one of those fucking Niner classics where the O-line does literally nothing the entire game, and the quarterback just ends up dying. So we had went through 2 quarterbacks that year before the NFC Championship, in case you didn't know. Trey Lance started off our starter. O-line sucked. Trey Lance broke his ankle. Jimmy G came in, and against the Dolphins, he broke his ankle because of the O-line. And then Brock Purdy comes in. Mr. Irrelevant. The Cinderella story. Everyone thought Mr. Irrelevant. The underdog. He's finally gonna be the thing that gets the 49ers a Super Bowl in the modern era of football. No. The O-line does what it does, and it ends up with Brock Purdy getting his back blown out harder than Lana Rhodes. Like, the stuff that he went through that game was downright diabolical. And in the end, his arm ended up giving out, and he had I'm pretty sure it was like a tendon problem, and he couldn't play the rest of the game. So then, the man, the myth, the legend, I don't even remember his name, it's like something Johnson, comes in, and he's sucking, and then like 2 plays in, he gets a goddamn concussion. That is the 4th quarterback in our roster to get hurt that year. And you know who our backup was for the backup? Our final fucking option was Christian McCaffrey. He goes in for like 5 drives, starts throwing to ghosts, and then Brock Purdy says, fuck it, I'll end up back in. So he's playing with like a ripped tendon in his fucking arm, and he's just like basically running the ball to Christian McCaffrey the rest of the game. And the final score ends up being, I'm gonna look it up, but I'm pretty sure it was 32-7, 31-7. That is sad. Like it was supposed to be a dogfight the entire way through, and it ended up just being a sad, wet fart of an ending to what could have been a possibly amazing year for the 49ers. The last part that I'm going to talk about, or the last game I should say, was the 49ers Rams in the NFC Championship the year prior. Oh my god, that game was actually kind of good, I'm not even gonna lie. Sadly, Jaquiski Tartt had to ruin all of my dreams of winning a Super Bowl. And we would have won that year because the Bengals were shit in the Super Bowl. Anyway, so Jaquiski Tartt dropped the football. Jimmy G could have done something on the last drive, but he decided to, while taking a sack, throw it behind the back like he's fucking... I don't even know what he was trying to do. That's not even something Patrick Mahomes is man enough to try. But didn't end up working, ended up in a pick. And the 49ers ended up losing that game. I don't remember the final score. Pretty sure it was 20-17. I'm not going to look it up this time because this video is getting kind of long. Would talk about the game more, but there's honestly not much that I remember from it. I mean, like, you got to kind of give me a little bit of a break. It's been 2 years. Almost 3, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. See ya.